In the high-pressure world of the NFL, it's never just about what a player does on the field. Off-field decisions, public perception, and personal conduct all play a crucial role in shaping a player's career. And right now, no one knows this better than Cleveland Browns rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders. The young quarterback and son of NFL Hall of Famer Deion Sanders is navigating a difficult chapter in his journey to professional football, a chapter that has quickly drawn national headlines and sparked debate across sports media. It all began earlier this month when Sanders found himself in trouble with law enforcement not once, but twice in a short span of time. On June 5th, Sanders was cited for speeding after being clocked at 91 miles per hour in a 65 zone. Just days later, he was again pulled over, this time for an even more alarming offense, reportedly driving at 101 miles per hour in a 60-mile-per-hour zone. To make matters worse, records show that Sanders failed to appear in court for the first incident, raising even more questions about his judgment and sense of responsibility. As expected, the controversy exploded across social media and sports networks. Many critics questioned whether Sanders truly has the maturity and discipline needed to succeed in the NFL, particularly in a high-stakes position like quarterback. The fact that Shedeur carries the Sanders name only adds fuel to the fire. Being the son of Deion Sanders, one of the most iconic players the league has ever seen, means Shedeur lives under a spotlight brighter than most young athletes. Every decision he makes is amplified, every mistake dissected, and every moment scrutinized. Yet in the middle of the backlash, some unexpected voices have stepped forward to support the young quarterback. Former NFL cornerback Asante Samuel publicly defended Sanders, stating that speeding is not uncommon among athletes and suggesting that the criticism is harsher simply because of Shedeur's famous last name. Samuel remarked, "Every player speeds. This is normal athlete behavior, but because his last name is Sanders, the haters want to bring as much negative attention as possible." His comments have sparked a wider conversation about how young athletes, especially those from famous families, are held to different standards under the public eye. Interestingly, Asante Samuel's support carries extra weight, considering his complicated history with Deion Sanders. The two had previously clashed in public disputes, but their recent reconciliation seems to reflect a larger shift within the football community, a movement toward uplifting young talent and offering guidance rather than tearing them down in times of struggle. Amidst all of this, Shedeur Sanders himself has begun to show signs of growth and introspection. During a charity softball event hosted by Browns tight end David Njoku, Sanders addressed the situation publicly for the first time. In a candid interview, he admitted, "I made some wrong choices personally, and I can own up to them. I made some, not great choices. I learned." This honest acknowledgement reveals a side of Sanders that many fans hadn't seen before, a young man willing to face his mistakes and learn from them. On the football field, Sanders still faces an uphill battle. Drafted in the 5th round this past April, he's entering a highly competitive quarterback room in Cleveland. With experienced veterans like Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett, along with fellow rookie Dillon Gabriel fighting for the starting job, Sanders knows he has to earn every opportunity that comes his way. But for him, this competition isn't just about claiming a spot on the depth chart. It's about proving that he has the character and resilience to overcome setbacks, learn from adversity, and lead a team in one of the toughest leagues in professional sports. Looking ahead, it's clear that this moment could serve as a crucial turning point in Shedeur Sanders' young career. If he can channel this experience into motivation and personal growth, it may end up being the lesson that shapes him into the quarterback and the man he aspires to be. His story is a powerful reminder of the immense pressure placed on young athletes and the importance of accountability, maturity, and perseverance. As the NFL season approaches, all eyes will remain on Shedeur Sanders. Not just for what he can do with a football in his hands, but for how he carries himself when the cameras are off. If he can rise above the controversy and focus on becoming the leader his team needs, there's no reason why he can't turn this rocky chapter into a pivotal moment of redemption and growth. In the end, greatness isn't defined by avoiding mistakes. It's about how you respond to them. The Cleveland Browns rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders has finally broken his silence after a month filled with controversy and off-field headlines. The 23-year-old, who was already under the spotlight as the son of NFL legend Deion Sanders, found himself in legal trouble after receiving 2 speeding citations in the span of just a few weeks. On Thursday, while attending teammate David Njoku's celebrity softball game, Sanders addressed the situation publicly for the first time. In a brief interview at the charity event, he admitted to his mistakes, saying, "I've made some wrong choices. I learned from them." His words were short but meaningful, signaling an understanding of the gravity of his recent actions. The speeding incidents that landed Shedeur in hot water occurred earlier this month. According to court records obtained by ESPN, Sanders was first pulled over on June 5 by the Ohio State Highway Patrol for driving 91 miles per hour in a 65-mile-per-hour zone in Brunswick Hills. Just a few weeks later, he was caught again, this time by Strongsville police, speeding at an alleged 101 miles per hour in a 60-mile-per-hour zone while driving a black Dodge TRX truck. These weren't just minor infractions either. In both cases, Sanders was clocked at more than 40 miles per hour over the legal limit, a serious offense that could have endangered his safety and the safety of others on the road. Adding to the controversy, court documents revealed that Sanders failed to appear for his arraignment regarding the first violation. This absence resulted in a fine of $269 in addition to court costs. For the second ticket, considered a fourth-degree misdemeanor, Sanders faces a $250 fine or has the option to contest the charge in Strongsville Mayor's Court on July 3rd. It's an unfortunate start for a young player hoping to make a strong impression in his rookie NFL season. The timing of these incidents couldn't have been worse for Sanders, who enters his first professional season with plenty to prove. Drafted in the 5th round with the number 144 overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, Sanders was one of 2 quarterbacks selected by the Browns alongside 3rd-rounder Dillon Gabriel. The quarterback room in Cleveland is already a crowded one, featuring seasoned veterans like Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett. As it stands, Sanders currently sits as the 4th-string quarterback, according to Cleveland. Comes Mary Kay Cabot, making his path to significant playing time a steep uphill climb. Even before these off-field distractions, Sanders was considered a developmental prospect. The Browns knew it would take time for him to adjust to the professional level, refine his skills, and mature both on and off the field. Now, these legal issues have added an extra layer of pressure to a player already fighting to earn the trust of his coaches and teammates. Although the Browns organization has yet to issue any formal disciplinary action, team officials have acknowledged the incidents and seem content for now to let Sanders handle the legal matters personally while he focuses on football as training camp approaches. Despite the rocky start, there's hope that Shedeur Sanders can learn from these mistakes and get his career back on track. During his brief statement at the charity softball game, Sanders made it clear he's taking the issue seriously. He even went as far as to announce, "I don't drive no more," signaling a commitment to changing his habits and making better decisions in the future. It's a step in the right direction for the young quarterback as he looks to leave these controversies behind and concentrate on earning his place in the NFL. As the Browns prepare for the upcoming season, all eyes will be on Sanders to see how he responds to this early career adversity. Will he overcome these challenges and rise up the depth chart, or will these off-field issues cast a long shadow over his NFL journey? Only time will tell. One thing is certain. In Cleveland, where football drama never seems far away, Shedeur Sanders' story is far from over. As the Cleveland Browns prepare for their highly anticipated training camp next month, an unexpected showdown is brewing that could completely reshape the team's starting lineup. This isn't just another preseason story. It's a battle of ambition, experience, and the relentless drive to succeed at the highest level of professional football. Fans and analysts alike are already buzzing about this intense competition, one that could have lasting implications not just for the individuals involved, but for the entire direction of the Browns franchise. At the heart of this brewing drama is a rising star, a rookie whose raw talent and undeniable work ethic have quickly caught the attention of coaches and teammates. From his college days, where he lit up the field with his athleticism and leadership, to now making waves in the Browns' practice sessions, this young prospect represents more than just fresh blood on the roster. He embodies the hopes of fans eager for a new chapter and the ambition of a player determined to make his mark on the league. His rapid rise through the ranks is a testament to his commitment, and now, standing on the cusp of a potential starting role, he's ready to prove he belongs on the NFL's biggest stage. Opposite him in this fierce competition stands an established veteran, a recent Pro Bowler whose skill and leadership have long been pillars for the Browns. This is a player whose reputation isn't built on hype, but on years of consistent performance and undeniable contributions to the team's identity. His experience in high-pressure situations, deep understanding of the game, and leadership in the locker room make him a valued figure, not just for his ability to deliver on game day, but for mentoring the next generation of players. The thought of him possibly losing his starting position adds another layer of intensity to an already charged atmosphere. As training camp draws closer, all eyes will be on how these two athletes handle the mounting pressure. Every practice rep, every throw, every decision on the field will be scrutinized by the coaching staff as they determine which player best fits their strategy moving into the season. This competition isn't just about physical ability. It's about mental toughness, adaptability, and understanding the complex system the Browns have built. The outcome will not only shape the team's starting lineup, but could also influence their game plan and momentum for the entire year. For the Browns organization, this head-to-head battle represents a critical turning point. Integrating emerging talent while preserving the wisdom and leadership of seasoned players is a challenge every NFL franchise faces. But how the Browns manage this situation could either accelerate their rise as contenders or unsettle the delicate balance of their locker room dynamics. If the rookie manages to claim the starting job, it would be a career-defining moment and a strong statement about the team's future direction. It would also highlight the organization's commitment to building a dynamic, adaptable, and forward-thinking squad. As anticipation builds and the countdown to training camp continues, fans are eagerly awaiting the next chapter of this story. The unfolding competition serves as a reminder of just how unpredictable and thrilling professional sports can be. It captures the essence of the NFL. A league where talent meets opportunity, and where every position, every decision, and every performance has the potential to change the course of a team's history. Whether the seasoned veteran holds his ground or the hungry rookie rises to claim his place, one thing is certain: the coming weeks in Cleveland promise to be nothing short of electric. The Cleveland Browns are heading into the 2025 NFL season with a heavy burden on their shoulders and a desperate need to change the narrative surrounding their franchise. After what can only be described as a disastrous campaign last year, a season where the Browns managed to win just 3 games while losing a staggering 14, the team found itself spiraling toward the bottom of the league standings. It marked their worst finish since that infamous 0-16 season, a painful memory that still haunts Browns fans to this day. Throughout that forgettable year, the Browns struggled with instability at the most critical position in football, quarterback. Injuries, inconsistent play, and a revolving door of signal callers led to a chaotic offensive identity that left Cleveland unable to establish any rhythm or momentum. As losses piled up, it became evident that the season was slipping away. And by the time the trade deadline arrived, the Browns front office made the difficult decision to ship away several key starters, essentially waving the white flag and acknowledging that the season was beyond saving. For the passionate fans in Cleveland, it was a bitter pill to swallow, watching a team with potential unravel before their eyes. But if there's one thing the NFL guarantees, it's change. And this offseason, the Browns wasted no time in attempting to overhaul their roster and chart a new course for the future. In one of the busiest offseasons in recent franchise history, Cleveland completely revamped its quarterback room, bringing in 4 new faces with the hope that one of them could become the long-term solution under center. Veteran Joe Flacco, a seasoned leader with a Super Bowl MVP on his resume, was signed to provide experience and a steadying presence. Kenny Pickett, formerly of the Pittsburgh Steelers, was added as a young quarterback still looking to prove he belongs as a starter in this league. Joining them are 2 intriguing rookies, Dillon Gabriel, a highly productive college passer known for his leadership and football IQ, and Shedeur Sanders, the electrifying young quarterback and son of NFL legend Deion Sanders. Both rookies arrive in Cleveland eager to make a name for themselves, knowing full well that a golden opportunity awaits in a quarterback room with no clear frontrunner. The Browns' decision to cast a wide net at the quarterback position is a bold move, and it reflects the organization's understanding that the future of the franchise depends heavily on finally getting this position right. But the Browns didn't stop there. Recognizing that offensive firepower and defensive toughness are equally essential, the team also made strategic additions elsewhere on the roster. In the NFL Draft, Cleveland selected 2 talented running backs, Quinshon Judkins, a dynamic ball carrier known for his power and elusiveness, and Dylan Sampson, a speedy playmaker capable of turning any carry into a big gain. On the defensive side, the Browns bolstered their front line by drafting Mason Graham, a standout defensive tackle from Michigan who brings strength, quickness, and a relentless motor to the trenches. These young additions are expected to play key roles in Cleveland's rebuild and help establish a new identity on both sides of the ball. Despite these significant moves, however, skepticism still surrounds the Browns' prospects for the upcoming season. One notable critic is former Pittsburgh Steelers defensive back and current CBS Sports analyst Bryant McFadden. McFadden recently made headlines when he shared his brutally honest assessment of the Browns' outlook for 2025. In a candid interview, he expressed doubts about the team's ability to climb out of the basement of the AFC North, predicting that the Browns would only improve by a single win compared to last year's total. In his words, "This was a team that won 3 games last year. I foresee them winning 1 more game." That kind of prediction stings for any team, but especially for one that invested so much effort and capital into rebuilding over the offseason. For Cleveland, a 4-win, 13-loss season would be a massive failure, one that could have sweeping consequences across the organization. The NFL is a results-driven league, and teams that fail to progress are often forced to make tough decisions. Should the Browns stumble through another disappointing season, it's highly likely that we'd see major changes not only on the roster, but also within the coaching staff and front office. Jobs would be on the line, and the pressure to deliver tangible results would reach a breaking point. The 2025 season is shaping up to be a critical, franchise-defining year for the Cleveland Browns. With the quarterback battle wide open, a collection of young playmakers ready to prove themselves, and the weight of expectations from a loyal but long-suffering fan base, the stakes have never been higher. Every game, every snap, and every decision will be scrutinized as the Browns fight to rewrite their story and avoid another lost season. Will one of the new quarterbacks seize the starting job and ignite a turnaround? Can the rookie running backs provide a spark in the backfield? Will Mason Graham anchor a rejuvenated defensive front? These are the questions Cleveland must answer, and the margin for error is razor thin. One thing is certain, the Browns can no longer afford to tread water in a division that features perennial contenders like the Ravens, Bengals, and Steelers. It's time for Cleveland to rise, or risk yet another offseason filled with change, uncertainty, and frustration. As we approach training camp and preseason action, all eyes will be on Berea, Ohio. The Browns have made their moves, assembled their roster, and now must prove that their vision for the future can translate into wins on Sundays. For a team in a city that have endured more than their fair share of heartbreak, the hope is that brighter days are finally on the horizon. But in the NFL, hope must be backed by results, and 2025 will be the year Cleveland either rises to the challenge or crumbles under the weight of expectation once again. The 2025 NFL Draft brought plenty of surprises, but one of the biggest shockers was the dramatic slide of Shedeur Sanders. Heading into the draft, Sanders, the former Colorado quarterback and son of NFL legend Deion Sanders, was widely projected to be a first- or second-round pick. Rumors were swirling that teams like the Pittsburgh Steelers might make a move for him. But when draft weekend arrived, the Steelers passed on him not just once but repeatedly, until Shedeur eventually landed with their arch-rival, the Cleveland Browns, in the 5th round. The Steelers, a team in clear need of a future franchise quarterback, made the surprising decision to bypass Sanders and instead wait until the 6th round to select Ohio State's Will Howard. It left fans and analysts alike wondering, what exactly happened? Why did a player with so much hype and potential fall so far? And why did a team like Pittsburgh, known for its quarterback tradition, not even have Sanders on its radar until after the 5th round? Now we're finally starting to get some answers. According to Ray Fittipaldo, a respected Steelers beat writer, Pittsburgh simply didn't have a high enough grade on Sanders. In fact, he revealed that the Steelers didn't grade Shedeur as a top 5-round talent, which explained why he wasn't seriously considered. But that's not the only reason behind the team's hesitation. Fittipaldo hinted at something even more intriguing, concerns about dealing with Deion Sanders down the road. While no official statements have come from the Steelers' front office, there's been plenty of speculation across the NFL about teams being wary of what Deion Sanders might bring to the table once his son reaches the league full-time. The outspoken and influential coach has always been a dominant personality in football, and some franchises reportedly feared the potential distractions or added media attention that might come with drafting Shedeur. While it's unclear if the Steelers directly shared those concerns, it was a talking point among decision-makers league-wide. Adding to the mystery of Sanders' draft slide are whispers about character questions and whether teams truly believed in the hype surrounding him. Despite impressive college numbers, some NFL scouts and executives apparently had reservations about how well his game would translate to the pros and how he might handle the demands of an NFL locker room. In the end, the message from Pittsburgh was clear. They simply didn't see Shedeur Sanders as their franchise quarterback of the future. And so, they passed on him multiple times before eventually drafting Will Howard in the 6th round. Now, with Sanders suiting up for one of the Steelers' biggest rivals, the Cleveland Browns, you can bet this storyline is far from over. It sets up what could be one of the NFL's most fascinating storylines over the next few years. Can Shedeur Sanders prove the Steelers wrong and become a star in Cleveland? Or did Pittsburgh make the right call by trusting their evaluation process and avoiding the potential drama? Only time will tell. So one thing is for sure, every time these two teams meet, all eyes will be on Shedeur Sanders, eager to see if he can make Pittsburgh regret their decision.